Hello guys, it is Meowmers from Meow Sports Network, and here, welcome to a beautiful Monday morning as we are doing Umass Weekly as we follow the Umass MInutemen team. And here in the background you see the top 25 polls. And so, just so you guys know, you guys see Melvin Jenkins commit right on the spot and join Adam Montoya. And also you see here, Wright also committed to 72 overall wide receiver. That was in the footage that I lost. And since I said something that actually isn't really related, they wouldn't say that in a Umass Weekly, that they lost footage. I'm gonna say, I don't know how long I got taken away, but I kind of got in trouble, which happened to be great because it also happened right after I got a new phone, so Mom took away that too. But I got my controllers taken away from my Xbox, and so I'm sorry for not uploading a single episode last week. I had this video edited for a while, but I was working on a school project, and I didn't finish it completely. That's when my mom took away my controllers. So I don't know when I'll get them back. So if you see a lack of Umass MInutemen episodes, I'm sorry. But now I'll get into my play-by-play voice. And thank you for watching this video. Hello guys, it is Meowmers from Meow Sports Network, and I'm back on this lovely Saturday afternoon. As you guys see, Tyler Tailton of the Ohio Bobcats warming up. As today here in Amherst, Massachusetts, we have a MAC game of the 1-3 Umass MInutemen and the Ohio Bobcats. As you see right there, the Minutemen are running out of the tunnel, and we will let the pregame festivities finish up, and we will come back to what happened last week as triple overtime, 4th and 11. Umass is going for it. Wegison is calling some hot routes, and he's under pressure as it's triple overtime. And then Wegison will drop back to pass it, and he finds Allen Williams wide open, who drops the ball as Ohio wins the game 37-34 in a triple overtime thriller. And so now it is time for opening kickoff, as Foster will return the ball to about the 28-yard line. Now the first laid back, Tyler Tailton will give it to Bo Blankenship for a gain of 7, as the Ohio offense will run a no huddle out of the pistol, and Minutemen will try to keep up with it. And they do here as Bo Blankenship gets stopped for about a loss of 3 as it's 3rd and 6. Tailton in the shotgun, and he hands it off to Blankenship for a misdirection, and the Minutemen defense was not expecting that, but they still got the stop as they're happy. So now first play back from on the UMass side, Wegison is under the center, and he hands it out to Michael Cox for a halfback sweep, but he gets stopped for a loss of 4 yards as the Minutemen will be trying to establish Michael Cox this game as they've been trying to do all season. So now 2nd down 14, Wegison drops back to find somebody, and he tries to give it to Todd J. Sharp, but a linebacker is there to almost intercept it. So now 3rd down 14, Wegison calling some hot routes in the shotgun, and he's still calling hot routes. Looking at his play, and he will hike the ball, drop back looking for somebody to pass it to, and he will get gobbled up and get sacked, as you see here in a replay. He just can't find anybody, and he just gets sacked. So now first play back on the Ohio side, we send a safety blitz, and it gets picked up perfectly as Bo Blankenship goes for a gain of 8. And so now in the next play, Tyler Tailton in the pistol hands it off to Blankenship again, as Tailton still hasn't thrown a pass yet. So now it's 3rd down in inches, and Ohio will run the pistol, and they will give it to Blankenship again, who gets a loss of 3, as you see there, the Minutemen defense coming out of the field after having faced that no-huddle offense. So now here, first play back of the Minutemen drive, Wegson calls an audible as he doesn't like what he sees in defense, and he gives his hands off to Cox, who just goes up the middle for a gain of 2. Now next play back, Wegson under center, who hands out to Cox, this time going to the right side, who gets another gain of 2 yards, so that'll be 3rd and 6. As Wegson's in the shotgun, most likely going to pass, and he hikes the ball, he drops back and for somebody to pass it to, and he finds Todd J. Sharp, a very reliable wide receiver whose numbers are coming well this season. Now next play, Wegson hands it out to Michael Cox, who gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage and only gets a gain of 1. Wegson in the shotgun now on 2nd down 9, calling some hot routes, and he fakes the throw, and he tries to find Markin Michelle, but instead a linebacker almost picks it off. So here Wegson sees a blitz coming from the left at just offensive line, and if all the defenders are blitzing to the left, he will just scramble to the right and just says, "Get off me," to the defender, breaks a tackle, and he will just get some hustle points for getting that first down. As you see here, Wegson and Moore talking some smack, as Moore's had pretty good impact, and that will end the first quarter, as it is a defensive gem, as it is a 0-0 game. As you guys see here, just some game festivities with the band, and Cox and Michelle celebrating over nothing. It's not here. First play back, second quarter, Wegson hands it off to Cox, who goes for a loss of 1. Now 2nd down 16 after a false start, and Wegson tries to throw it to Cox before he gets sacked, and he overthrows it. So now 3rd down 16, and Wegson will just lob it to Deion Walker, and he makes that ball go in the middle of 3 defenders in the triangle, and there will also be a face mask on that play. And now it is Umass Minutemen ball on 1st and goal. So now next play back, Wegson under center, hands off to Michael Cox, who almost could get to the end zone if he had one more block. It's now 2nd and goal, Wegson under center, sees defense coming to the left, adjust offensive line, but they're just standing there, and if you're a defender, you can't stand there when you have Markin Michelle wide open in the end zone. As Wegson finds him, as you see there, Michelle and some offensive linemen celebrating. In the replay, you see Markin Michelle just wide open, going over the middle of the end zone, calling for the ball, stops, and Wegson just makes a easy wide open throw to him. As you see here, a 9-play, 39-yard drive, and a 3-yard pass from Wegson to Michelle, which we will hear most likely more this season, as we already have, for touchdowns. Now first play back, Tailton actually passes the ball, but wait, nope, he scrambles, but, he gets held up, and somehow he doesn't get tackled, goes right up the middle, because McIntyre went down to the trenches trying to help. Next play back, Tailton and pistol, hands off to Bo Blankenship, who gets a big gain of almost 30 yards, and with a nice spin move, would almost break a defender's ankles to get a touchdown with wide open field. Now Tyler Tailton actually throws a pass, and for a gain of 3 yards to his tight end. Next play back, he just hands off to Blankenship, who has been having a tough time today. So now Tailton, 3rd and 9, actually passes it, and he finds Bakari Bussey for a gain of 11, and more importantly, that will move the chains. You see here, Tailton going to scramble, McIntyre takes the wrong angle at him, and he misses Tailton completely. With this no-huddle that Ohio is playing, they've been trying to catch the UMass defense off guard, and the UMass defense has done good. As you see here, Tailton dropping back for somebody to pass to, and he can't find anybody, and he will try and scramble, but he gets sacked before he can pass the line of scrimmage. And here, this is bad for Ohio, as Tyler Tailton seems to be injured, and he's pointing to his arm, which is very bad for a quarterback. As you see here, the Ohio fans have made the trip look very disappointed and worried as Hilton has to get carted off the field, waving to the 30 Ohio fans that came to Amherst. And so their backup, Darius Vick, hands out to Bo Blankenship, who gets like a gain of 1 at the most. So now we 3rd and goal, Darius Vick in the pistol, and he will hand it out to Bo Blankenship, who just gets stuffed and gets a gain of 1 at the most, like he has almost all day, other than a couple big runs. So now it will be an easy field goal for the Ohio Bobcats, as it will now be a 7-3 game. You saw there a 10-play, 63-yard drive. And so now we have Alan Williams back to return it. He's been fumbling a lot of plays. But here, he gets 1, 2, 3, 4 huge blocks. And he's just in a foot race with all this open field. And he will go all the way as he will score. And the 102-yard kickoff return. And it will now be 14-3 Umass on top. You see here Alan Williams getting congratulations. And so now is Darius Vick's turn to respond. As he's in pistol, goes to pass it, and he finds Bakari Busty again, and they almost get to the midfield. And so now Darius Vick in the pistol drops back and gives it to Foster. So now Vick sends tight end motion, and he will scramble just like Kyler Hilton, and the Ohio Bobcats will call a timeout. So now second quarter, so now with a minute remaining, Ohio is driving. So now Vick back in shotgun by himself, drops back, and he finds an open receiver for a gain of 7, but that will keep the clock running as Vick sends a tight end motion, and he will just scramble, and the defender isn't able to make the tackle in time as he will get the first down, and that will stop the clock because they move the chains. So now Darius Vick in the pistol, dropping back, trying to find anybody to pass it to, and he will scramble, and he will just be short of the first down. So now Ohio playing their no-huddle offense like they had all day. Umass MInutemen did not have time to respond, and Coach Carter made a mistake of not calling a timeout as defense was completely off guard, and they just let a receiver be wide open. And after he caught it, he just had to turn around and take 1 step into that end zone. You see there the Ohio bench celebrating, and that catch happened with time expiring, and so now at halftime it will be 14-10 UMass on top, as you guys see there, just game festivities. And Meow Sports Network has made a huge step in trying to give you guys the most enjoyable viewing experience there is. We are having a halftime show now. And so we're showing some highlights, as you see here, when Wegazin passed it to Michelle. That made it 7-0 UMass. All these highlights right here. As you see here again, it was the UMass offense celebrating. As you see in the replay for the second time in this broadcast, Michelle was wide open in the end zone. And now to the next highlight. The UMass defense has been dominant. You see here as when they sacked Hilton. But the reason this was a big moment was simple fact that Tettleton got injured on this play. You see here something seems to be wrong with his shoulder, and you see here he's on the ground. Trainer's there, and I just got a message from our studios of our actual television channel that's on TV, not on YouTube. As you guys remember, this is Meow Sports Network YouTube. He has a bruised sternum, and he will be out for the rest of the game. But good thing for the Ohio fans that he will be able to return next week. And you see here in 3rd and goal, Vick hands out to Blankenship, and he gets stopped as Ohio had a chance to score, and UMass's defense has been dominant, and that led to Ohio only resorting to kicking a field goal. As I've been saying again, UMass's defense has held up this season, being a lot better than expected. And here was the kickoff when Allen Williams took it 102 yards. He got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and it was just a foot race. Nobody's going to catch him, as that made it 14-3 UMass on top. As you see there, he broke the record. And here, with 20 seconds left, I see here, Vic gives it to his wide open receiver, and that made it 10-14 Ohio. Right here, as you see, as the guideline, as the thing says, UMass defense has been dominant early, limiting Ohio for so many yards, as much possession as they had. And so now we're back to the game. First play of the second half is a play action, and Wegson throws it to Markin Michelle, who drops a wide open pass, and he had a step or two on that corner, but he dropped it. And so now we 2nd down and 10, and Wegson will hand it out to Cox, who gets a gain of 8 for 3rd down 2. So now Wegson, 3rd down 2, drops back under center, and he throws a pick, and Carey could go all the way, and Wegson tries to dive tackle him, but he just misses Carey, as he gets a pick 6, and it will now be 17-14. Ohio on top, as they have scored 14 points unanswered. So now next play back, Wegson hands it off to Cox, who gets stopped and only gets a gain of 1. And so now it will be Wegson walking over to the line. He will be under center. He sees that Ohio's blitzing to the left, and he will throw it to Rob Blanchflower, who will get a gain of 7, I'm sorry. And now it'll be 3rd down 2, Wegson in the shotgun, and he will try and find Blanchflower after a pump fake, but Blanchflower will drop it. You see Ohio's defense happy to make it off the field, but Coach Carter will go for it, and it's a bad play as the wide receiver is completely covered, and he finds Markin Michelle when he has a chance to be open, but Markin Michelle drops it again. Horrible 2 offensive drives for UMass. And so now 2nd down 3, Darius Vick in his pistol, and he will scramble, and Perry McIntyre will just drag him out of bounds. As next play back from scrimmage, UMass is blitzing, the offensive line picks it up, and Robick with the athletic catch will get a gain of 3, and now Vick in the shotgun will try and throw a lob pass into the corner of the end zone, but there's a defender there to stop it. So now 3rd down 7, Darius Vick in the pistol, and he'll drop back to throw it, but instead he tries to scramble, but he won't get past the line of scrimmage as defensive lineman stops him before he could go anywhere. And now the easy field goal for Ohio's kicker, as it will now be 20-14 Ohio on top. Sorry about that. You see there, Ohio scored 17 unanswered points, and UMass fans are quite disappointed. And so now first play back, Wegson finds Blanchflower for a gain of 4 down the middle. Now it'll be a play action, and Wegson sees Michelle, sorry about that, wide open down the field, and he will go all the way, no effort. He could have walked into the end zone. He was that wide open. Ohio's defense took the bait, and they paid the price for it. You see there, Marky Michelle with the second touchdown catch of the game, celebrating with the offensive line. As it was a 2-play, 76-yard drive from the 72-yard touchdown from Wegazin to Michelle. And so now Darius Vick in first play back in the pistol. He will drop back to pass it, but instead he will scramble and he will get stopped before getting first down. So it'll be 2nd down and 2. Next play back, Vick sends his tight end in motion, and he will give it to Bo Blankenship, who gets almost a gain. He gets about a gain of 10, and that will be a first down. So now next play back, UMass starting to use the quarterback spy now with their linebackers, and Darius Vick will just give it to Blankenship, who will get about a gain of 6. Now 2nd down 4, Vick with the read option, and he should just gave it to Blankenship as he gets stopped for a loss of 2 yards. With the UMass sending pressure. So now 3rd down 6, Vick in a shotgun, looking for somebody to pass it to. Just dropping back, and he decides that he wants to scramble, and he will get sacked as UMass's defense has done well today. As you see here, number 55 is having a good match. He's already having a good game. Had to hustle to fall down, get back up, get past 1, 2, 3 blockers, and then get the sack. Well, I don't know if you consider it a sack still, but as you see there, he is pumped about that play, as that will end the 3rd quarter as UMass on top 21-20. Still because UMass has the lead 21-20 still. As you see there, just a couple more game festivities. And so now we'll just get ready for the next play of the 4th quarter. And so UMass has the ball coming to the 4th quarter as they just got to stop on 3rd down. And Wegazin hands out to Cox. But before that, sent Julian Colaroso in motion, who picks up a great block. And he could almost went all the way, but he still got a 79-yard run. And that is a big play that sends UMass in 1st and goal. And the next play, UMass just hands the ball off to Alan Williams. He goes straight up the middle as he has a wide open hole, and he just dives through just to make sure. And as you see there, the UMass fans celebrating as it's now 28-20, UMass on top. And so now Ohio has practically the whole quarter to come back and score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion. First play back, that's exactly what Darius Vick is thinking about doing. And he tries to scramble, and he gets a gain of 9. So now next play back, Darius Vick hands off to Bo Blankenship, and he will get about a gain of 10. That will be a first down. And Vick hands off to Blankenship again for a gain of 3. Vick dropping back in the pistol, going to pass it, and he finds Makari Bussey in the slant route, and it's a first down. Vick to Blankenship for a gain of 2. Next play again, Vick to Blankenship. We've seen that plenty, but this time it's different as Bo Blankenship was shaken up on that play, and hopefully Ohio was just hoping Blankenship could get back, but Boykins in the game will do just fine as he gets a gain of 7 and gets the first down. So now Vick in the shotgun all by himself, looking for somebody to pass to, can't find anybody open. Middle linebacker takes the wrong angle on him, and he will get a gain of 15 for a first down. So now Darius Vick hands it off to Boykins, who gets a gain of 8. As now Ohio is trying to score, he hands off to Boykins again. 3rd down and 2. And now 3rd down and 2, Ohio needs a score, and Boykins gets tackled into the end zone, and Ohio needs a 2-point, but the studio says that Blankenship had a bruised forearm and he'll be out for the rest of the game, and that will not help the 2-point conversion. So now Darius Vick in the pistol, and he tries to find somebody to pass it to, and that gets broken up by a defender, as you see right there. I believe that to be Tharp. And so now UMass just has to burn all of Ohio's timeout, and they will be able to win. So now Wegson handing off to Cox and he will get stopped just short, as it will be 3rd and inches. And so now for the win, are giving Ohio a chance, and Cox will make the first down. As you see here, Markin Michelle goes for the end around, and he gets hammered. Like, I mean hammered on this. And he appears to be down on the ground, injured, as that is a humongous hit. And so now, 2nd and 15, UMass still needs to get a first down to win. And Cox gets a huge gain. And that will seal it up, as UMass is now 2-3, as they have won both their games at home. And see there, Wegson just takes the kneel down, as UMass will win 28-26. As you see here, the scoring report, scoreless in the first, and after that, UMass won the 2nd and 4th quarters, with Ohio having a 3-point advantage in the 3rd quarter with their pick 6 and a field goal. But at the end, Ohio wasn't able to convert a 2-point conversion, and they lost. So now here's his player stats. Wegson went 6 for 13 for 2 touchdowns and 1 pick 6. Cox had 14 rushes for 148 yards for a long of 79, a great game for him. Nice to see that after even trying to establish him. As you see here, as reception-wise, Blanchflower and Michelle both had 2 leading, but Michelle had 2 touchdowns and had a lot of receiving yards, which was nice. As you see here on defensive, Theron Dillon had the most tackles, and that's just defensive stats there. And then for kick return, Alvin Williams had 6 kick returns for 208 yards. Darius Vick had 6 completions, went 6 for 7 for 60 yards and a touchdown. His long was 17. And then Tyler Tettleton, the captain, went 2 for 2, but then he got injured. And Bo Blankenship had 17 rushes for 75 yards, as Vic had 10 rushes for 50 yards. Then Bakari Bussey had 4 receptions. And anyway, other than that, you see here, the athletic director is happy with the win over us. And so now come back and join us as we do week 6 as the 2-3 Umass Minutemen versus the 2-3 Western Michigan Broncos in a MAC conference matchup. Bye.